everyone, it's CeceTheeMystic and I'm back with another video. As you see by the title, this daily reading is for December 1st, 2022. This is a general collective message, so it may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. In this reading, we're going to go ahead and pull the general energies for the day. We're going to clarify it with the tarot, and then we're going to go into the oracle messages at the end for advice. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and read the description box for all my information, all my social media handles and everything like that, and my other channels. Also, there's ways to donate to the channel in there. The links, direct links and everything like that to that is in the description box. If you are new to the channel and everything like that, I want to welcome you. You might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because you're gonna love it here. And if you are a return subscriber or viewer, I'd like to thank you for your continuous support. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull the cards on the energies of this day, December 1st, 2022, and everything like that. The energy has already been cleared. So we're going to go ahead and pull the cards, and then I'm going to get into your reading. Okay, these cards can be so hard to shuffle, y'all. This is the Fire Witch Tarot Hustle money cards, or money, career, wealth, whatever. I can't remember the exact name, but if I remember, I will link them in the description. Okay, so can we get the cards for December 1st, 2022? December 1st, 2022. Okay, and that's a new card showing up because if you watch the previous dailies, the money card was the same one 2 days in a row. Okay, December 1st, 2022. Okay, from the dailies that we've been doing this week, it's progression in the love life and everything like that. Cards, y'all, like, I love the pictures, but these are like the absolute stiffest cards that I've ever had and stuff. Like, I don't like the material that they made. It's like they made it out of like cardboard or something, and it makes it very hard to shuffle, and they soak up water like super fast. Like, I mean, I know they're paper and stuff, but they're just kind of, I'm not a fan of the material. Okay, December 1st, 2022. Okay. Okay, so in the area of finance, I'm seeing the give back card and stuff like that. I feel like just with what I'm seeing, you're about to be in a situation where you're about to be very abundant. You're about to be very abundant, and I feel like your abundance that you're about to receive in finance, love, whatever like that, I feel like you're going to be in a place where you need to give back. And I feel like with the Hangman showing up, I'm kind of getting this vibe, and even with the Great Fortune, I'm kind of getting this vibe like there may be, you might be getting fortune in ways different than just money, or you might need to find ways to give back, and it may be giving money. Like, you might receive money today. Hopefully you are, and stuff like that, because I mean, gotta secure the bag. But If you're not receiving money on this day or something like that, or you're receiving abundance in some other way, I feel like you're being called to find a new perspective to give back and find a new perspective. I'm feeling like this vibe of just finding a new perspective in general, seeing things from a different perspective, trying to find new like ways of figuring something out and stuff. But I'm feeling like in this area of finance, giving back, as you see on the card, like, yeah, there's money, it's a tip jar, there's gift giving and stuff. And being that this is in the season of holidays and stuff like that can be a way to give back. And then you also see blood, like giving blood and stuff like that. And I'm feeling like that's just in some sense like your way of seeing things from a new perspective. Like, find new ways to give and stuff like that. Find new ways to give back. Even in like with me doing this YouTube channel, my way of giving is like through my knowledge of tarot and just like my messages. I do this not really for views and for like everything like that. I'm doing this more of a way just so I can give people some sort of like help throughout their day and different things, questions they may have and stuff like that. It's like a way of giving back. Like, you can give back with your knowledge, you can give back with actually doing something, donating your time, like different things like that. So I feel like this is just, for this to be December 1st, this is just I feel like this is more of a vibe where it's not just for today. It's kind of one of those things where it's like in this season and just in general, because I feel like we need to get out of this vibe of just like we're doing things only at this time of the year, or we're doing more of this only on this specific day, this specific holiday and stuff like that. I'm really in this vibe of giving back is just something you should do on the regular, period. And so but being that it is on December and stuff, and for those who celebrate holidays and everything like that, this is the season to be giving back and remembering to do for people that are less fortunate and stuff. In the area of love, I'm seeing soulmate and stuff, and I feel like this is a progression, like I said, with the previous dailies that I've done this week and stuff like that. It's kind of this vibe I'm getting of like, in the beginning, you might be dealing with chemistry or whatever like that, or there might be somebody that's coming in and everything. I'm really feeling a vibe of somebody's coming in, but I'm feeling like by this person coming in and working towards love, you're going to find your soulmate. And it might not be the first person that comes in, the second person that comes in or whatever like that, but you're going to find the person that you're supposed to, and that's supposed to be your person by doing the work in your love life. And I'm meaning like working on yourself, learning your self-love, self-worth. What's your like attachment type? What is your love language? Like, finding yourself and doing the work on yourself is going to help you attract in your soulmate. But on this day, you might find that person and stuff like that. If you have been working on yourself and you have been putting in that time, you may find your soulmate. And if you haven't been putting in the work, this is just a side note, not to say it's for anybody, but if it resonates, understand that sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time. And usually that happens when, and it's not necessarily like the right person, but it's almost like this thing of like window shopping, or like God giving you a taste of what you can get. But you may not be able to receive it at this time if you haven't been doing the work. So it's like going to the store and it's like you're seeing what it is that you want through the window, and you're like, okay, bet this is what I want. And you could have probably, if you, not to say like you haven't been putting in the work, but you know that once you put in the work, you can buy that. And so once you save up the money for it, you'll be able to buy it or whatever like that if you can't buy it at this time. But it's just kind of showing you what you can get. If once you get to that level and stuff like that, where you can go in the store and purchase it, this is just kind of like showing you what it is. So if you haven't necessarily been doing the work, you might meet somebody that's like, okay, bet. But if you haven't been putting in that work, you won't be able to really receive it. But this might just be a glimmer of what you could get, whatever like that. And that's kind of super specific, so it may or may not resonate with everybody, but take it if it does, leave it if it doesn't. With the great fortune on this day, like I said, you may be receiving money or something like that. Like God, like it might be a situation where it might just be something that drops in your lap, or some gift that you might get during this time or something and stuff. And that just might be something that really helps like put you in a positive mindset. With I'm seeing the 26 and stuff like that, I'm really feeling like it has something to do with finances and everything. But even if it doesn't, even you meeting a person that has a job opportunity that you want, that's fortunate, that's being abundant, that's being in an energy of money and stuff like that, because through that person and everything, you may be able to find a better paying job or something like that. So I feel like with this hangman showing up, this is just showing you, telling you to look at things from a different perspective. Don't take things for face value on this day. That's what I'm kind of getting. It's like things are kind of coded or something. I'm getting this vibe like things in your life might be coded, or it might just off face value, it might have something, there might be something deeper to it and stuff like that. And I'm just feeling like you're being called to look at things from a different perspective and stuff on this day. So let's get the tarot out to get your clarifiers. Let's get more on the give back card for December 1st, 2022. Okay, so with the cards that's coming out is the Magician card, the 10 of Cups in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting from this is with the Magician card coming up, is really giving me a vibe, like I said, in connectivity to the Hangman, using everything, all the tools that you have all the tools that you need to be able to manifest something and everything like that. And I'm honestly feeling like this card is also showing up in a sense of there's multiple ways you can give. You don't have to give just by giving like one of these things and stuff. Like, you don't have to just give money, you don't have to just give emotional support or only give emotional support, you don't only have to give knowledge, you don't only have to give like passion or inspiration or whatever like that. You can do a blend of these things. You can do one of these things or the other. It doesn't just have to be one of these things on the table. You have multiple things you can give to help somebody. And I really feel like there's definitely some people that's that may not, this is going to help somebody that's in need, like giving and helping somebody that's in need and everything. And I'm feeling like with this King of Swords, it's kind of like a thing of being humble. And so this might be a lesson of being humble and everything like that. And being in this sense too of like, when you give, don't have this air of like, oh yeah, I have everything, I know everything, or I'm better than you and stuff like that. Because it's kind of like this reminder. I feel like in giving back, it's going to be a thing where it kind of shows you that you can be like, you just as quickly as you can be somebody that's abundant and have it all, you can be somebody that literally has nothing, or literally like be in a sense where everything can be taken away and stuff. So I'm really feeling like it's coming off with this air of not being in this place where you feel like a know-it-all or you have it all or something like that. Being more on a, not necessarily like docile, but being more gentle and stuff. Because I feel like with the King of Swords, it can be somebody that's very kind of like structured, very like rigid, something like that. Like it can be very like almost like condescending and stuff. But I feel like you need to be out of that energy and stuff like that, or give of knowledge or something like that. I'm feeling like it could be something where you can give your knowledge or what you know, or you can kind of put somebody on, versus like giving the actual like ways to do it. You could teach somebody and stuff. I'm getting this vibe of like teaching somebody and stuff, or not, don't be like prideful or something. That's kind of what I'm getting with this energy and stuff. But just be humble when you give, and know that you have multiple ways of giving. It doesn't have to always be one way and stuff. Okay, so let's get more on the soulmate. Oh, my shuffling today is just not it. Okay. More on the soulmate for December 1st, 2022. More on that soulmate for December 1st, 2022. Okay, so the cards that came out are the Hermit, Page of Cups, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what I'm feeling is, when I'm feeling with this energy and everything like that, I'm feeling like this is a situation where when it comes to your soulmate, I feel like some of you all have been very like, you're in this kind of wounded warrior type of energy, or you were in the past with the Nine of Swords or Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like some of y'all are coming up out of this energy of, yes, okay, yeah. So like I said in the beginning, where I was talking about like doing the work or not is going to be how you receive what it is that you're looking for and everything like that. I'm really feeling like this is what the cards are saying, because in this Nine of Wands and stuff, I feel like some of y'all have been wounded, beaten, battered, whatever like that and stuff. You might have had a lot of situations that happened to you in the past and stuff like that. I'm feeling like you might have been somebody who fell in love quickly and stuff like that. You might have been somebody who is, you're very passionate. I'm getting a lot of fire energy and stuff like that. You're a very passionate person and stuff like that. But I feel like in the past you've been hurt a lot, but you took some time to really like find yourself and find kind of like your inner light. And I'm feeling like almost this energy of like self-love. You found yourself in a sense. You took some time out of the dating game and stuff to really take some time and like evaluate self and find like the bigger like purpose, or like some sort of like you're finding some sort of kind of like, y'all, I can't it's sometimes I hear myself talk and I'm just like, girl, pull it together. I'm sorry, y'all. And stuff like that, because that was, what was that? Anyway, I'm just feeling like this vibe of like you've taken some time to just kind of be alone and find yourself out. You might have decided to become celibate and everything like that, but you really taken the time to find what it is that you want, and you know what you want in love and everything. And I feel like what you're going to start doing with this Page of Cups is you're somebody that's coming out in the dating game, and you're starting to, instead of being somebody who probably threw a lot of passion in right in the beginning, fell in love super fast and stuff like that, and kind of was moving like, oh my gosh, like almost like a love bombing energy and stuff, or like you're kind of, I even feel like you were kind of somebody that might have held on to people and stuff like that, like the people of your past, like it was very hard for you to move on from them and stuff. Or you're somebody that your attachment was very like out of balance and stuff. I feel like now you're gonna start taking it slow in love and stuff. Like you're gonna start, I feel like, to control how you give your cup and stuff like that. Like you're not just going to like throw all your energy out on a person. I feel like you're gonna take things slow, and you're gonna look at everybody from this place of like, okay, this could be an option and stuff. I may have caught a fish in my cup, but instead of me going crazy and just being overly emotional and really up and down and all over the place because I didn't let this situation kind of like play out and get to know this person, I'm gonna move a little bit slower. I'm gonna start off like, okay, I'm not like a child in love, but you're gonna build up to it. You're gonna start off at a page. You're gonna give them the basics, and you're gonna learn the basics, and you're gonna start off in this situation where it's like you're building up to whether this fish that you've caught, whether this person that comes into your life, you're going to build up to see if they're worth all your energy and stuff like that, because now you have a new sense of self. Usually when you're in this energy of your love bombing, you're attached, you're super attached, you throwing yourself out at somebody really quickly, is because you've been somebody in the past who might have dealt with like issues with attachment at a younger level with, and usually it starts off in the household, early age, parents, family members and stuff like that, and stuff that you're around. Maybe you're somebody who dealt with abandonment issues and stuff. So usually when you hold on to somebody, or when you meet somebody, you try and hold on to them and everything like that. You don't want to let them go because you're scared of being neglected or left alone and stuff, abandonment and everything. So I feel like during this time you found out that was one of the triggers, your triggers, and the reason why you were so attached to people, and you were very like, maybe even almost in this sense of like controlling, or like you were just somebody that like was a ball and chain to somebody and stuff. You didn't let them go. You were always kind of like trying to hold on to them and know what they're doing 24/7. You've worked on that and you've kind of balanced, and now you're at a place where you're taking everybody that you meet or whoever comes in, and you're kind of like building up. You're starting out slow in the beginning. You're giving them what is necessary. You're telling them who you are, your basics and everything like that. But you're not just throwing out all this like love bombing and stuff like that in this new season of love and stuff. But I feel like the person that comes in is or has the potential to be your soulmate and stuff like that, but it's going to take you being able to control your triggers and everything like that, and come from a healthier place in love to be able to receive that person, and for that person to come in and be the one that you've been wanting to call in and manifest. Okay, so moving from that, great fortune. Okay, we're gonna get more on the Great Fortune card for December 1st, 2022. More on the Great Fortune card. Okay. So the cards that's showing up is the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm feeling like with these cards showing up, I'm feeling like somebody is in this energy where when this great fortune comes in, and when whatever it is in the way of fortune, abundance, whatever comes in, you don't need to go rushing towards doing stuff with your money or with whatever comes in. Don't rush. Don't rush on just throwing your money into something and stuff like that, because as you see with this Knight of Swords, this seems like somebody charging off into the world when they stressing their horse out, their horse looking back at them like, okay, can you chill out and stuff like that. This person, as you see the air, and I know I'm holding it in reverse and stuff like that, but just so you can see it a little bit better and stuff, this person is charged off, ready to go and stuff like that. I feel like when this money comes in and stuff, this may have been something that you've been waiting on. This might have been something that you feel like you deserved. You may have had like some idea already with what you wanted to do with this money and everything like that, and that's great, that's fine, that's dandy. But I feel like you're really being called not to skip the steps on coming up with calculated risk, because I'm feeling like this Two of Pentacles is showing like figuring out, really coming up with a plan. Because this can be like juggling up and down, figuring out and stuff. But I feel like somebody, the reason why you might have an issue with holding on to your money or something like that, or you might end up where you have money one day and then it's gone and all of this other stuff, it might have been because you haven't had a good grip on your money and stuff. And not to say you have to hoard it and everything like that, but I feel like with these pentacles in the areas that they're showing up, I'm feeling like it's something like these are the ways you should split up your money or something. It's like coming up a plan with a budget or something, coming up with some sort of budget where it's like maybe you have half of your money goes into like savings, like maybe it might be in different types of savings, like maybe for personal, maybe for business. Then you have what you spend and what you're able to use, and then it's like you put something invested and stuff like that. So I feel like you need to come up with a budget when you get whatever it is that you're coming in, and just don't rush on your money. Don't go charging forward. Slow down with your money. Just don't go spending it and stuff, because you don't want to be, you might have been somebody who's had issues with holding on to your money, or had issues with not being able to balance your money out or keeping your money in, and it's because you haven't had a good grip on like your finances, in the sense of planning it out and making calculated risk and stuff like that. Like, or you might be somebody in general, like you're meant to have money, but the reason why it's not coming in is because of the fact that you haven't been more disciplined with it and stuff. You might have just been using it, like half of your money going out the door and then the other on bills or something, or I don't know. But basically, take it as it resonates and stuff like that. But just be more controlled with your money and stuff, so your great fortune can come in. Okay, let's get more on this Hangman. Hangman for December 1st. 2022. Around the Hangman. Okay. Okay. So the cards that showed up was the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Strength in reverse. And what I'm getting with this energy and stuff like that, I feel like this is kind of like a thing where I'm getting a vibe with the Strength card. Like, this may be something where it may be something that you're not used to in terms of seeing things from a different perspective. Maybe you're somebody who's very like strategic, you're very practical, you kind of like have a certain routine about how you do things and stuff like that. You might be somebody that's a little bit more closed-minded and you're not used to looking outside the box for things and stuff like that. So I feel like this might be something that you need to work on at this time. And this is the reason why that card is showing up, because you need to learn how to look at things from a different perspective. I'm also getting from the Strength card that maybe you're somebody who's dealing with your shadow side is kind of out of balance, or you might be somebody who's very like you speak before you think, or you do things before you think. And I'm feeling like you're being called at this time to have like a new way of controlling that, or finding some new way of being able to control that, because with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups showing up, I'm really feeling like this is kind of like almost like a sense of undeveloped energy. These are things you need to work on and stuff like that. Like the Knight of Cups is somebody who's more, this is somebody who can come in being kind of like a love bomber, especially showing up in reverse and stuff like that. You can kind of be somebody who comes in and, I don't know, just by the way the Knight is looking on the card and stuff, he's kind of looking to me, I don't know, it's kind of like the expression on his face kind of gives me this vibe where it's like he's giving out a cup, but it's like maybe not the right intention. And I'm really feeling that with the with it in the reverse. And I'm feeling also, like I said, with in the previous cards that showed up and stuff with the soulmate, these are the things that I feel like you're needing to work on. Your emotional, like giving out your emotions in the sense of like, okay, you're Knight of Cups, or you're somebody who gives out a lot of passion, or you throws out a lot. You might be somebody who like was a love bomber or something like that, or you might have been somebody who gave out your emotions in a manipulative way because you wanted people to stay and stuff. Like I said, with the Nine of Swords, or not Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands showing up in the soulmate area and stuff, I feel like you're needing to work through like the way you express your emotions, the way you deal with your emotions, the way you like emotionally deal with other people and stuff, not being so manipulative, trying to hold on to them. I feel like with the Page of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is communication and stuff, being less childish in communication. And I know I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I feel like Page of Swords to me sometimes it's like childish communication, or it's a sense of like stalking and stuff. I feel like maybe you might have been somebody who was always on their social media, or you're constantly trying to find out what they're doing. You're always trying to, like, you're in this sense of not allowing a person to just do and show up as they are. You're trying to be very controlling in it, or in the way you communicate, or the way you find things out, or something like that. I feel like you're in this place where you need to release that, and this is just showing you to work on your shadow. Like, you need to take some time to work on your shadow, and it might take doing different things. You might have to look at your situations from the past with a new perspective and everything like that. Yes, you were in situations that may have caused you pain, and these traumas aren't just coming from nowhere. I feel like this is stemming from not only like people that you've dealt with in a relationship sense or connections, but I really feel like this is stemming as deep as in childhood and stuff. But I feel like you need to take and transmute the energy of these negative situations and start using it in a way that's more positive and beneficial and stuff like that. And this is not for the weak. Dealing with your shadow, learning how to tame the beast, your inner beast, isn't something that's very easy, but you'll be able to be a better person by doing so. You'll be able to get bigger fortunes and greater fortunes and be able to handle it better by dealing with your shadow and working through those situations and stuff like that have been negative, or things that have been stressing you out and stuff like that. So this is pretty much what I'm getting for the general energies of the day. We're going to go ahead and pull some Work Your Light and Angel Answers to get like advice. Wow. When I tell you this advice, time I go to pull the advice cards, I'm just like, spirit is right here. Like, it's so crazy, because I literally just said working through your shadow side and your triggers. This whole reading I've been saying about it, especially in love, your triggers, working through those triggers, working through your shadow side is what's going to benefit you at this time. So look in the mirror, like literally look at yourself and take some sense of like inventory on your life and just how you are as a person, and the things that you're not feeling the most positivity about. Learn how to work through it. If you're having some things that's triggering you, figure out what they are. Try and figure out where they stem from. Do the shadow work to figure out where they stem from, and then transmute that energy so that you can be able to move in a more positive way and everything. Because at the end of the day, your shadow side is part of you. You don't want to get rid of your shadow, because your shadow is also like your sense of protection, protecting your inner child through your negative situations. It's almost like the information, it's like the bad situations, almost you don't need those bad situations to go away, because at the end of the day, those did teach you something and stuff. And you don't want your shadow side to go away and then you don't know how to stand up for yourself, because sometimes you need to be blunt, and you need to go ahead and tell people how you feel, and they might not like it, and that's okay, but you need to learn how to balance it out so it's not like in some self-destructive sense and stuff. You don't want to self-destruct your shadow to be destructing your future and stuff like that, because it's like overbearing and you're moving so much out of your triggered side and stuff. But you need to be able to have it where you are able to control your triggers and move better. Like, yes, you will be triggered in life. Yes, things in your life have happened to you that makes it where you, like, if your trust was broken, you have issues trusting. But when you deal with people, places, and things, instead of just being like, oh my gosh, this thing triggered me, let me just self-destruct. No, you need to move like, okay, I've been triggered. What do I need to do to better help this situation? If it's a person, I need to communicate that I've been triggered. And if this person does what is needed, I feel like is needed to help me or cope, or they're showing that they genuinely care about the fact that they triggered me and they move accordingly, that's great. If they don't, move on. And that's with anything that triggers you, and you're trying to, if you're not able to find a way to transmute that, or that thing isn't ever positively moving you in a sense, like if you're always triggered by that thing, like say if drinking always makes you like very aggressive and everything like that, leave the alcohol alone and stuff like that. If the job is stressing you to the point where you just literally feel like you hate waking up in the morning and stuff, find another job and stuff. Don't allow something to constantly trigger you and stuff, because then it shows some sense of comfortability with being triggered, and people don't like to hear that. But you can only, like, people will only treat you how you, people, places, and things will only treat you how you allow them to and stuff. And that can be kind of weird to say for a thing, but if alcohol always makes you super aggressive and like ready to fight, and you keep getting in bad situations because of the fact that you're drinking all the time, let it go. If you keep on drinking, you're showing that you, in some sense, you're still attached to it, or you like that and stuff. So ask help from others. This actually showed up yesterday as well, but in the area of the love and stuff. But if you, this is just more confirmation. If you have any issues that you're going through at this time and stuff like that, in healing and working with your shadow, ask help from others. Go to a professional. Find somebody that you trust, or that's qualified and stuff like that. Don't go to your drinking buddy to ask them how can you stop drinking if that person isn't even trying to stop drinking. Go to somebody that's qualified, that you trust, that's in the position that you're trying to get to, and ask them for help. And that can be a way for you to be able to get through that phase where you don't feel like you're alone, or if you just don't know what to do, you'll be able to find somebody to help support you in this transition and everything like that. And that can make a world of difference and stuff like that. And even if you can't, because I know therapy can be expensive and stuff like that, there's resources out there and stuff like that. But if it's something that you might not be able to get a therapist or a mentor, go online, search up ways. There's no way in this age of technology that you can say that you don't have access to something. YouTube ways of dealing with your shadow side or working through triggers and things like that. I guarantee you will be able to find a video on it. So go and seek the help that you need to be able to help you during this time and stuff. On this day, this would be a great thing for you to do and everything. But with that being said, this is your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you tomorrow on the next one. Bye.